Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our eTrailer J-Style Kayak Carrier right here on our 2013 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. So this is a J-Style Kayak Carrier, meaning that you have your kayak sitting up kind of like this on its side, compared to your saddle side kayak carriers where it sits flat on its hull. This allows you to carry maybe 2 or 3 kayaks on your Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Ideally 2 with the crossbar space you have, although that depends on the length of your crossbar. So we're going to take a look at this J-Style Kayak Carrier just to see if it's the right fit for you, your kayaks, and your adventures right here on your Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. This here on the end is not included with your J-Style Kayak Carrier. This is actually an adapter for the Telos XL Load Assist. That's because I needed some help getting this onto our Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. So if you are thinking about taking this kayak carrier and you need a load assist, this might be an option for you. You can check that out separately. But what we are going to do is focus on the actual kayak carrier. So first, let's take a look at some dimensions. Notice how we have a pretty good clearance underneath our kayak carrier. So we have the Rhino-Rack backbone system, and this gives us about 3 inches of clearance from our knob to our roof. As for the height that this kayak carrier sits at, see right where that eTrailer logo is? When you have your kayak off, that's going to be the highest point of your kayak carrier, and that sits at about 9 3/4 inches of height added to the top of your vehicle. So if that's from your roof to your kayak carrier. An interesting thing about this kit though is that everything is included, because when you have a kayak, you need to strap that kayak down. So included in this kit are these tie-down straps, and they're cam buckle tie-down straps. So you have that bright orange cam buckle. It tightens down, and then you have this cam buckle protector for if it is on your kayak, you want to make sure you're not scratching it up. And my personal favorite part is you have this excess buckle strap. So when you tie up your straps, you just kind of neatly, a lot more neatly than I did, but that's to store your excess straps so it's not flopping around and hitting your vehicle as you drive on the highway. Included are also your bow and stern tie-down ropes. So these go onto the bow and stern of your kayak, very important before you set off onto the road. And they have these dog bones at the end. So these just go into your hood or into your trunk, or in our case, since we have a hitch, that goes underneath our hitch. Very easy to install. And then these just tighten down with a cam buckle. That way you have your tie-down straps and your bow and stern straps, and all you really need is your kayak. So this has a 150-pound weight capacity, which is awesome. Now, depending on the size or the length of your boat will determine how it fits onto your Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, but on its own, you can see how well this fits on our vehicle. Now I'm going to take our straps off so that we can take a closer look at the kayak itself. One thing to remember or to note is the way it's strapped down. What I do is I hook it into the top, kind of like the hook of our kayak carrier that goes around our kayak and then underneath our crossbar. That way it's cinched down and you have that downward pressure. I think that's my personal favorite way of tying down our kayak, but it is of course up to you and the shape of your boat what you think is the best fit. With the kayak off, let's take a look at what this is made of. So we have a rubber bottom right over here, and that's because you are sitting your kayak on there. You want to make sure that you're not adding extra scuffs and scratches to it. That's also what these foam rollers are for on the top of our kayak carrier. Now this is also because your kayak is going to be wet from being on the lake, on the river, or wherever you're kayaking. So you want to make sure you cushion it, but also have a material that adds a little bit of extra grip to hold onto it before you strap it down. On the side, you have these levers. And what are those levers for? Well, if you flip the levers, they loosen the kayak carrier and allow you to fold them down. Now I have our adapter in the way, so we don't really fold all the way down, but good enough to see how this is now in the compact position. Once you have it there, just flip those levers back up. Now as we move these levers back up so that we can bring our kayak carrier back up, one thing to note is please make sure that your hands are nowhere near those plastic gears as you are using those levers, just because it has happened where I've pinched my hand between those as I use them, so just avoid them so that doesn't happen to you either. Now the way this is clamped down is that this has a plate. It's rubberized on the outside so it doesn't scratch up your crossbar, and then you also have these wing nuts that tighten it down on each side. Now technically they are easy to use, it just takes a little bit of time up here on your roof. I use a step to get myself up here. If you don't like that process and you want something easier, maybe check out the Yakima J-Lo, which has clamps that go around your crossbar and you just tighten it down with one lever. But this is still very doable as long as you stand up on the side of your Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, and it's nice to see that you have enough space to use them. So my final thoughts about our etrailer J-Style Kayak Carriers is, if you're just looking for an affordable solution that has everything you need to carry your kayak, this is what you would go with. It checks off all the boxes. You have your straps, you have your bow and stern straps, and you have something that will fit most of your crossbars. I also recommend doing what I do, which is I have our tire step right over here. I usually use our Moki door step, but in the case of the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, where the tire is more accessible if you need to access your roof rack. Now, if you want something that is slightly more premium when it comes to usability, maybe check out the Yakima J-Lo J-Style Kayak Carrier. Very similar to this, but it has an easier to use clamp, which just tightens down around your crossbars. But if that's not something that you're interested in and you just want something simple, easy to use, and affordable, that's what the etrailer J-Style Kayak Carrier is perfect for. And that was a look right here at our etrailer J-Style Kayak Carrier on our 2013 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.